Good guys, my name is Lord Tom. Welcome again to another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collector review. As you know, I'm Lord Tom with the good old blue steel Sonic, the Hedgehog classic Sonic, and not the original one that I normally review with. Why? Because he's retired. Let's get into the actual review because that's what we're here for. I'm going to mix it up a bit with my review simply because I love to mix things up. This is none other than Sonic the Hedgehog concept artwork outbreak review. Now, what does that mean? What am I talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Let's get into the nitty gritty. As I'm not a, what's the word? What's the art critic for me to make a definite review on this, but we'll go through the ins and outs and pros and cons. So mid last year, not this year, mid last year, when they were going through the phase of the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, an official website, one of many of course, released the official Sonic the Hedgehog art prints. You know, you'll get a certificate of authenticity, etc, etc. So I will show you that later on in this review. I just want to give you the backstory of that to say, that looks so pretty, to say the least, of course. So basically they released a bunch of art prints. They varied in prices depending on the rarity. Some of them were made until like 1,000, some of them were made until like 350. When I get to those art prints, I will tell you which is which, but I'm pretty sure with this one they made about 2,000 of this. It's just a generic art print. By generic I mean high class, kind of like posterous sort of material with a hard backing on it, as you can hear, and you get very small things with it. They had different themes, of course. If you checked out my other reviews, you can see I've made 2 other art print reviews. This is one of them. This is referred to as the concept artwork. This is how Sonic would have looked during the pre-concept of creating Sonic the Hedgehog, etc, etc. So you can see how aesthetically aesthetically pleasing this looks. So what did you get when you first order it? When you first order it, you actually get this standard manila folder. It says do not bend, of course, for the postie, and at the very top it just says Sega 2504. I'm guessing that's the code, the item code, and it says concept artwork. That's how it was sold on the website itself. The website itself is no longer, unfortunately, operational. They rebranded it, and I've checked the new rebranding of it, and unfortunately you cannot buy this. You can, however, buy these on eBay. I have seen a few of them on eBay floating around, but at the time it was really popular, and I am very sorry that I couldn't review this at the time when I received it, so you guys could pick it up. It's not me being, you know, very zealous enough to basically say, haha, I got the rarest thing ever, I'm gonna stuff all you guys up. It's just I had things that I need to prioritize, etc, etc. My reviews tend to be pretty much all over the place. So it's just a standard manila folder, nothing crazy, nothing too insane. Just the only major difference is the thing up there, of course. Next, besides that, you also get a certificate of authenticity. This actually came inside at the back. So this actually came inside this. I just decided to put it into its own separate little sleeve, and pretty much as you can see on that side, there's going to be a paintboard. Well, what do you call them? Photo frame that I'm going to put this in, and I'm just going to like have this at the back. Not at the back, but too much information, but it's just pretty much at the back. So I just wanted to have this in its own little thing. Pretty much this is the generic one. You get this on all the major mass supplied ones, which are between 1,000 and 2,000. The ones that are super rare, they're actually numbered. So when I get to those reviews, I'll tell you what you should be looking out for. But in this in particular one, of course, all you need to be looking for is just the art print. And of course, this is crucial. It just says certificate of authenticity. It just has obligatory information saying, hey, yes, this is legit, licensed by Sega, etc, etc. So get your thing. So this cost roughly about, if I'm not mistaken, about 20 Australian dollars, 15 pounds maybe, I think, ish. I know it was from a UK site. At the back, you just have your standard backing board, nothing too crazy, nothing too special. And of course, you have the art print itself, which I'm going to say straight off the bat is one of my most favorite. It's unique, okay? Most arts that you see is pretty much Sonic in blue, which I get it, you know, it's a staple, whatnot. But this is basically the concept art. So it's meant to say, hey, this is what it would have looked like pre-design, just to give you an illustration. And I think it's a very nice piece of art, in my honest opinion. If you look closely, you have, of course, the standard Sonic the Hedgehog. This isn't the original. This is one of the ones where I think it's like a photo scan of the original, and they just like mass produced it, which isn't bad. Of course, if you can have the original, awesome, but this is the second best thing, so I'm happy with it, with what it is. You have Sonic the Hedgehog, and you can see all the finer details, the finer marks of Sonic the Hedgehog, and all the little finer details that you could see. Now, I'm not an artist myself, but I can imagine that when you're creating any character design, you're always going to have a small margin of errors. For example, the things coming out of his shoes, his ears, etc., etc., which I think is phenomenal. And for the most part, it actually encapsulates Sonic in its entirety. It's the very classic Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just the concept design, and I love it. Simply because it's simple, yet effective in terms of what it delivers. At the very bottom, you do have the classic 25th anniversary. There you go, focus. 25th anniversary Sonic the Hedgehog logo. We're reaching the 26th year, so this is from last year. Unfortunately, I wish I reviewed it back then and redirect you to the site where I got it. You could easily purchase it, but unfortunately, you have to purchase this on eBay if you can find it. So I'm sorry about that. Is it worth it? I don't know. It really depends on the collector if you like art pieces. Obviously, I collect a lot of figurines and all that sort of stuff, and it's nice to actually have an art piece, and to have something like this unique and just stand out, especially when I have friends over and they look at it and they're like, oh man, that looks awesome, that's Sonic, right? Yeah, I'm like, it is, it's a nice conversational starter of sorts. Is it worth it? I haven't checked eBay prices recently, but from other art pieces, I think they've increased in prices by about 10, 15 pounds, so you might be paying an additional 30 bucks depending on the art piece. I haven't checked this one exclusively, so it's hard to really say, but it is definitely, if you're into art pieces, I always recommend getting official merchandising. It's just what I am. Is it worth it? Definitely. Rarity, for this one in particular, last time I checked, I'll probably say maybe 4 stars out of 10, simply because it was super common back then. I don't see it as often now. So that's something to look forward to if you're into art pieces. If you're not too fussed about art pieces, especially of Sonic, I would probably pass this. It's not for everybody. Some people collect plushies, some people collect dice, some people want to collect everything, which is me. Surprise, surprise there. But it is definitely something which I think, let's have a closer look. See all the finer details? I love that. I really do. It's adorable. When I hang this up on my wall, it's going to look so awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out this review. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is that something you really like, or is it something you just don't really care too much about? I mean, different strokes for different folks, right? Speed on, take care, and of course, till next time.